So good day everyone. My name is Justin Sanipa, and the continuation of our report is I'm going to tackle the object noun predicate. So the three parts of a sentence are subject, predicate, and object. The subject is the noun that performs the action or is in a state of being. The predicate describes the action or state of being. And the object is found in the predicate phrase or clause and modifies the subject. So I'm going to tackle first the subject. So what is a subject? The subject is the person or a thing who or which carries out the action. A sentence cannot exist without the subject, and subjects are nouns or pronouns in a sentence. And remember that in the sentence, um, the subject is the noun completing the action or state of being along with any modifiers. So a modifier is another part of speech, like an adjective or an adverb, that enhances the noun to give it more detail. The same is true of the complete predicate. The complete subject is all the words in the subject phrase, while the simple subject is just the noun. So I have here an example. So the first example is a quiet and beautiful day was shattered by the roll of thunder. The second one is another large shiny fish managed to escape with my fish hook. And the third one is the quiet rustling leaves fell to the ground in the silence. So um the subject or the complete subject in this examples are in the first example, the quiet and beautiful day was the complete subject or the subject. And in the second one is the another large shiny fish is the subject. And in the third part, in the last example is the rustling leaves is the subject. So there are times when the subject of the sentence is really a verb that is acting like a noun. So when this happens, it's called a gerund. So a gerund is a verb form that functions as a noun. The subjects of the following two sentences are gerunds. So I have here two examples. Driving too fast down the road will cause an accident. Swimming lamp, swimming laps in the pool will help increase stamina. So the driving and the swimming is a verb, but it is acting like a noun. So the driving and swimming is the gerund in this example. So next is we tackle about the predicate. So what is a predicate? A predicate is the verb and its modifiers that describes the action of the verb. Effectively, every sentence can be broken down into two parts, a subject and the predicate. We have already studied the subjects are what or whom the sentence is about. So the predicate is the part of the sentence that tells us something about the subject. Remove the subject and the remaining part of the sentence is the predicate of the sentence. A predicate is the complete complement of a sentence. The subject names the doer or the beer of the sentence. The predicate does the rest of the word. A simple predicate consists of only a verb, verb string, or compound verb. So in these three examples, the underlined word are the predicate. So it is the melted, has been melting, melted, broke apart, and slipped into the sea. A compound predicate consists of two or more such predicates connected. For example, the glacier began to slip down the mountains and eventually crushed some of the village's outlying buildings. So the underlined words are the compound predicate. A complete predicate consists of the verb and all accompanying modifiers and other words that receive the action or a transitive verb or complete its meaning. So now let's tackle about the object. So the object of the sentence is a modifier of the predicate. found within the complete predicate. The object can be either direct, receiving the action from the subject, indirect, receiving the direct object or the object of a preposition, guided by and found within the prepositional phrase. So, the object is the person or a thing upon whom or upon which the action of the verb is carried out. In simple words, an object is the receiver of the verb. For example, the teacher is teaching the students. In this sentence, the one who is taught is the object. So it is the receiving the action. Hence, students are the object. So the students are the object and teaching is the verb.